Hi crafty friends, Jen here. I am designing for a 12 by 12 cardstock shop today, and today I'm going to show you how to put together a free SVG file that I've created for you. Today we are doing these really cute little fun bunny pocket shaker tags. Absolutely love how they turned out, and I've done them a few different ways. This is the one that we're actually going to make, and this is my original right here. You've got the bunny ears and the bunny feet poking out, and I've made a really cute shaker using some of the fun new cardstocks that are in the shop. And then if you flip it, you've got a cute little pocket in the back, so you could put a gift card, some candies, just really cute. And I did give you this hippity hop sentiment as well that's included in the SVG file. I did do this one here as well. I kept it about the same size. These are pretty generously sized, so they are about 6 inches by right about 5, so about 6 by 5. And then I did this one here with the back, so cute. And then this Easter is just a sentiment that I found on Cricut. And then I did upsize it a little bit. I thought this was a lot of fun. This one's a little bigger. This one's about 8 inches by almost 6 inches. So quite a bit bigger. This bow is found in Design Space as well. I will leave file numbers for you for the Design Space images that I used, including these little eggs that I used to decorate it here. The sentiment I created. Let's talk about some of the cardstocks that we're going to be using today. So it's no secret that I absolutely love the Encore textured cardstock. I just think it cuts beautifully in your machine. You can't go wrong with it. This is the swimming pool holographic that I used for the ivy and the zigzags on my egg on this one. So cute. I loved how these turned out. That holographic kind of turns from blue to purple to pink, depending on what light it's catching, and it has such a fun effect. I also used, this is a new cardstock that I got to try as well. I don't know if it's new to the shop, but it's the first time that I used it. And it's this really beautiful pale pink that has flecks of gold and silver in it. And it's just such a fun look. I loved it. For the Encore texture that I used the snowy white and the desert sand as my bases for my bunnies. The ears and the little toe beans are in pink champagne. That's what I use for the base. And then I did some fun accent colors. So I did use, for this larger one, I used the Larkspur, which is a beautiful purple, the Lemon Twist, and then I also used the Princess Pink. One of my new favorites is Bluebell. So pretty. I loved this shade. It's like the perfect periwinkle. And then another of the new ones that I absolutely love is the Aquamarine Fizz. And I use that for this one here to do my egg. And I think it just looks so pretty with the swimming pool card holographic. The interior of this one is done in the party pink as well, but really pretty. I love how these turned out. This is a free SVG file that you can download. I did do a couple things in Design Space, and I will tag them. I will tag the file number for the designs that I used, which are the bows and the eggs on this one. I also did not include the flowers for this. I do love making flowers on my Cricut, but if I'm doing smaller flowers such as these, I really do prefer to die cut them because I enjoy having a pressed edge on my flower when I can. I just think it gives such a really nice professional look to it. So these are die cuts, and they are Scrap Diva dies. So if you're interested in a tutorial, stay tuned. All right, we're going to start with this base in pink champagne, and I've cut the ears in snowy white. I've actually cut the ears twice, and I did reverse the second set horizontally because I'm going to put them on the back of this. So I am just going to use some liquid glue to attach the ears to this one. And it'll line up right along that. So you've just got a slight pink showing through. And make sure that when you glue these, you want to make sure that glue is all the way to the tip. That way nothing is going to lift on you. And then I'm going to come over here and I've cut the feet. Once again, I have the pink base in the pink champagne and then this overlay in the snowy white. And we're just going to glue these directly together. And once again, I did cut a second set of these. I didn't cut the base because I'm going to attach them directly to the back. But once again, I did duplicate these and flip them horizontally so that I could put this on the back, which I'm going to do right now. So we're going to flip this over and we can attach our ears. And I'll attach the feet at this point as well. And to finish up the reverse, I am going to add, this is the solid shape. I have cut that in the princess pink. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue that right on top, just covering up a bit of those feet. And this also gives us a really sturdy base for the front. Now I am going to make this a pocket. That's what I'm using this piece for here. And I have cut this, and this is my new fave. This is the Aquamarine Fizz. This is one of the new colors of the Encore Textured. Absolutely love it. I am going to hold off on putting this on there though, because I am going to make it a pocket and I am going to use some foam tape to create my pocket. So I'm not putting that on quite yet, just so I have a sturdy base to finish. Now moving back to the front, I've once again cut that solid egg in the princess pink. And then I did this little overlay in this new fun holographic. This is the swimming pool holographic, and it turns from pink to purple and blue. It's really, really cool. I hope the camera is catching that because it's got such a fun effect. And then I did this overlay in the Aquamarine Fizz. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid glue to glue down right on top of my overlay here. When working with a holographic cardstock, you kind of want to be a little stingier with your glue. This is true for any kind of paper that has a glossier finish to it. You don't need as much, and the more glue that you use, the more it is going to slide around, which you don't want. A lot of glue equals longer dry times, and it can get messy really quickly. So use glue, but use it sparingly. Now I am going to add a little more glue. And once again, I'm using my glue kind of sparingly around here because I am going to attach this piece to some acetate. And once again, that's a glossy finish. So you don't want a whole lot of glue to increase that dry time and have it slide around. In fact, when I'm working with acetate, I like to go in with a silicone brush and really kind of spread that glue around. That is going to make it tacky and not completely wet, which is going to give you a much better adhesion. So I'm just going to go ahead and line this up very carefully. And let's set that aside to dry for a moment. Now I'm going to add some glue to my egg and pop that in. I'm going to use some foam strips right around the edge of my egg to create my shaker. And just follow right along the edge. I do like using Barely Art strips for my shakers. The adhesive is amazing and they are the perfect size. Another really good tip when you're dealing with foam is to make sure that you're really pressing that in there. The only thing that's holding it on is a really thin layer of glue. So you really want to apply that pressure to make sure that all of your shaker bits stay inside your shaker pocket. So I'm going to come over here. This is the shaker mix that I created for it. I started with these fun little bunny and carrot clay pieces, and they are available in 12 by 12 cardstock shop. They have a really fun shaker mix. And then I added to it with just some sequins, and I always love adding these little beads. So this is actual candy, like from the cake decoration aisle. And I love using them because it's sugar, first off, so it's not going to rot on you or anything. And you're creating an airtight piece. So, so they're pretty cheap and they make such a fun noise on your project. You really kind of just roll around to really get that shaker effect. Now, once you have your shaker bits inside, you just kind of want to give it a little shake. Make sure that everything is sitting evenly on there. And now I can go ahead and remove the backing of my strips. Be very careful with this part. You don't want to accidentally lift your piece and have the shaker bits go all over the place on here. And now I can take my top and line everything up. And once again, I'm going to go through and really press that down. I like to use a bone folder for this. Super, super cute. Lots of fun. Love the way that holographic picks up the light and just gives such a fun look. Now I'm going to add these bunny feet in here, and I'm going to go ahead and use some foam for this as well. So I'm just going to grab these foam strips and add my little bunny feet on top. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. Now I can go ahead and flip it over, and I'm going to create that pocket by grabbing my foam strips again. This time I'm using a thicker foam strip, but it's completely up to you. I want to kind of measure to see how far this goes up, and right about where the bunny feet ends, just to see if I need to cut some of this strip off, which it looks like I do. So I'm just going to take a little bit off and then line it up right at the bottom, following right along the edge of my egg. From here, I can just apply the front of my pocket. Super cute. And now I've got a pocket so I can put, I was thinking a gift card would be really cute in here. Maybe even some candy, like a couple of the little mini candy bars you could put in addition to the gift card. And now all I have left is this little hippity hop sentiment. I'm just using some liquid glue for this. The blue that I'm using for this layer here, this is Bluebell, and it's one of the new colors as well, and I absolutely love it. This is probably my second fave of the new cardstocks. Now I was thinking maybe I could put it on here, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to put it on this back piece here. So yeah, I'm going to put it right here. So I ended up just using some foam strips cut down to attach my sentiment. I'm just going to put it there. So cute. Perfect. So let's flip this back over. So I did cut this bow out, but I decided to maybe go a different route. It's the same bow that I used on the larger one. I always have these little flowers laying around my craft room. I do love to use my Cricut to make flowers, but if I'm doing mini flowers like this, I really prefer to use a die to do so. I just like the pressed edge that it provides. You can't get that look. You can't get that look with a Cricut with that pressed edge. And when I'm doing the minis, I really go for it. So I am going to just hot glue some of these flowers at the top. And if you want a tutorial on how I do my mini flowers, let me know in the comments, and we could probably do something like that. The flowers are always one of my most requested, but really, really cute. And then let's take one more look at the back, and then let's take another look at this one right here. So fun, little different pattern to it, but I really, really like that cardstock and how it comes to life. That is just gorgeous with that pale pink and the flecks. Really, really pretty. So this one, again, is about 8 inches tall. And then these ones are about 6. So really, really cute. Just a fun SVG file. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer them. And don't forget to head on over to 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. There'll be links in the description box for all of the cardstock that I used, as well as those fun little shaker clay bits that you can find in the shop. So fun and seasonal. Absolutely love them. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more crafty content. I'll see you in the next crafty video. Bye.